Welcome everybody back to the inaugural. We're here with day one of the group stage. It's not day one of the tournament. We've gotten through our qualifiers, our play matches, and we're finally here. It's the real deal. The main tournament, so to speak. We've got two groups of four. We've got Group B action today. We'll be getting into Group A later on. But guys, we're going to introduce you sort of about what's going on with the inaugural. We've got two groups of four teams. We've got in Group A, Titan, Zephyr, as well as Myth Trust and RRQ. Over in Group B, we've got Execration, MVP Phoenix, Scythe, and Orange Esports. Group B is where we're going to be starting today. We've got an MVP doubleheader for you guys. MVP Phoenix, that is. They're taking on Execration, followed up by Scythe Singapore. And after MVP defeating Mineski yesterday, they definitely got some momentum going their way. So we're going to see if they can continue it, keep on taking on those SEA teams, or if they're going to sort of meet a bit of a roadblock today with some of the tougher SEA teams. Execration, and in particular Scythe Singapore, who are hot favorites to win this Group B. But guys, you're done looking at my mug. Let's hop ourselves in the game. The draft is underway. It's time for our first game of today for the inaugural, powered by Twitch TV, as well as sponsored by our other BTS studio sponsors, 100tb.com, as well as esportsventure.com. You can check out their products and services below the stream if you're on our Twitch channel for everything that they do offer for you guys. But for now, guys, MVP versus Execration. I think Execration was slight favorites here. Dota 2 Lounge has them 57%, so not heavy favorites by any means. I would definitely agree with that. I think Execration are a notch above Mineski, at least with how they've been playing lately. So I think coming into this one, definitely favorites, but MVP showing really good form yesterday after a very, very poor KDL finals against Zephyr, where they just got completely stomped 3-0. So I think we'll be seeing MVP coming into this match with a decent amount of confidence. Just because they've taken out Mineski. Sure, it's maybe a team not playing as well as Execration or as well as a team like Scythe Singapore, but it's still a win nonetheless, which is something which you're getting these wins against SEA teams, and that was essentially the first win in a best-of-3 series for a Korean team against a non-Korean team. Bird Gang took a game off Team 1 at the EMS. That was a best-of-1. Also a team that fairly unknown team as well. But Mineski, a well-known Southeast Asian team, that to me was like one of the first big wins that a Korean team has gotten outside of the Korean scene itself. So MVP Phoenix is definitely a team to look out for. This time around, though, in our draft, we have got them on the Radiant side, going into a Slark and Disruptor as their opening two picks. As for Execration, Batrider, Invoker to get things going. They banned out the Enchantress and Lycan. They actually had first pick themselves, and they took the Batrider, so something we've been seeing Execration, same thing in their play-in match. They defeated Immune to get in this. They don't actually play much Lycan. Even when they have first pick, they're not actually banning out this hero. So we'll see it make its way into the pool. There we go. Let's get some Dota 2 sounds. Woo! We won't see Lycan make its way in the pool, but we'll see some other good heroes make its way in the pool. The Enchantress ban, really interesting as well. I wonder if Execration knows something that I don't, that MVP like to do. But MVP Slark Disruptor, this is not a conventional opening by any means. The Slark pick used to be one of the top picks for a while. He got a few small nerfs, and since then he's kind of become a niche pick, generally played as a safe lane farmer. Disruptor's like a good support, but by no means your top tier 1 supports. But I guess the main reason for this is the Batrider is there, so you can glimpse him back when he tries to blink and lasso. But you've got to be pretty quick on it. You've also yeah, you've got to be pretty quick on it, and you also have to react very fast to be in the right position for it. So it's not really, to me, like a guaranteed counter against the Batrider. If Batrider, once he gets all that movement speed up, he can just maybe just outmaneuver you and make that glimpse not as effective. But we'll see exactly how it works out. We're going to see MVP Phoenix and Execration get on into our next couple of bans here. Ember Spirit, Centaur banned out by Execration, the Doom banned out by MVP Phoenix, and Execration reveal a lot more of their draft than what we're seeing MVP reveal, I would say.
5 seconds remaining.
Not so much with the Invoker pick, but the Batrider is going to be your offlane hero, almost with your side lane solo hero, and then the Invoker can either go mid or safe lane farm, depending how they want to play this. But generally not a Ninja Boogie hero. Generally this would be played by AA or Arbeng. So we'll probably see the Invoker mid. If it's not going mid, it's going to be played safe lane farming. So it's two core heroes picked up right off the bat. As for MVP, sure, they pick up the Slark with their first two, but they pick it up with the support. Slark's also fairly versatile. He doesn't have to be played in that safe lane farming role, so a bit more flexibility is there. Looking at the two teams, their playstyles, what they like to do. Execration generally put Ninja Boogie on some kind of a fairly hard carry. A lot of like Morphling type heroes, Spectres. They've kind of been mixing things up a little more as of late, not entirely relying on hard carries. So they'll bring out a Lifestealer type hero every now and then. Naga Siren's seen some play as well from this team. Naga Siren's still available if they want to go for that kind of carry Naga Siren play, but neither team opting for it just yet. Could fit either of these two drafts. Execration could do the Naga Siren as their third core hero if they wanted to. MVP, well, easily can fit in the Naga Siren as their solo mid if they wanted to. And sure, he's up against an Invoker, but I think it's still a manageable matchup just because of the Naga Siren's ridiculously high base armor and just the ability to bottle Crow in mid. So, well, we'll see what MVP do have in mind here. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in as always. We're actually, like, the Inaugural was one of these tournaments where I'm surprised. Well, I'm not. We came up with this thing. It was like, let's do our first tournament in a long while. Like, our first tournament was back in 2012 when we did the Gigabyte Dota Masters, and it was pretty successful. We were really happy with it. And like, I was like, well, we had this kind of talk, and we're like, wait, why aren't we doing more tournaments? Like,
team pick.
especially for Southeast Asia where there's not many events going on. There's been just over the last 6 months since TI3, there's been hardly any SEA tournaments. We're like, we can just do an SEA tournament, like, and then LD's like, yeah, let's do an SEA tournament. I was like, okay, let's do an SEA tournament. All right, let's talk to Twitch. All right, Twitch is like, yeah, let's do an SEA tournament. So we got Twitch on board. We just came up with this tournament, and we've got some of the best teams in Southeast Asia and Korea playing. And suddenly there's tons of SEA events. There's more popping up. There's like a new Corsair Cup. There's new stuff that Dota Talk are doing. There's the Joint Dota League Asia. So it kind of came at a time where suddenly there's lots of Asian events. But for us, it's still like, yeah, great. We're glad to just be giving these SEA teams more content, more actual games to play.
Radiant team pick.
We'll see. Also, the other thing that I find exciting about this is getting the Korean teams up against the Southeast Asian teams. Because for the most part, the Korean scene kept fairly separate from the Southeast Asian scene, and there's not really huge ping barriers. It's quite playable from what the players have said for the most part. So we'll see more, hopefully, SEA versus Korea Dota. This I think, will actually be what helps the Korean scene grow and grow quite fast. Because they're versing each other a lot, and not to say the competition there isn't great, but it's not great. You've got, like, to me, MVP, Phoenix, and Zephyr, and then there's quite a big drop-off. Bird Gang used to be pretty good, but they've kind of had roster problems. They've reshuffled a lot. I don't actually know who their roster is anymore. The Febby has a team, and then MP and Tenbird team have their own team as well. It's not entirely clear, so... And even, like, and then you look, with there's no actual, like, competition beyond that to compete. You look at SEA where there's, like, 10+ solid Tier 1, Tier 2 teams that could all compete with the top couple Korean teams. So I think it's definitely a scene that's going to give Korea a lot of good practice, a lot of good experience. And we could see the Korean scene develop a lot faster with their interaction with the Southeast Asian scene. At the same time, SEA can learn a thing or two from Korea, just some different watch a different play style, see some new picks being used. Look at the Korean team running a lot of their kind of Ember Spirit type drafts. But we'll see MVP. They pick up a Death Prophet here with a Sand King, so Death Prophet likely to be the solo mid here, and this Sand King going to be their second support to go with the Disruptor. And Execration, they've been playing this hero a bit throughout the tournament. The qualifiers, the SA qualifiers, as well as the play-in match. Wraith King going to be picked up. I more often than not played as a 4-position support. They don't run him as the farming hero that often. I think more likely we see the Mirana farming, so this may be Ninja Boogie Mirana with a Wraith King +1 support. See what MVP do to react to this one. So they're going to ban out of Visage. So they just want to make sure that there's not going to be too scary, too strong of a tri-lane. As it will be one more pick for each of the two teams. We'll get ourselves towards the end of the draft now. And it will be Execration, their last ban coming out. This is game 1 of a best of 3. The way the format works is there's 2 groups of 4. Round robin, best of 3 matches. You verse every team in your group in a best of 3. And then the top 2 from each group advance. So first place from Group A versus second place from Group B, and vice versa in your semi-finals. Then we have a grand finals best of 5. So all single elimination. Like we were like, well, we could do double elimination, but that's no fun. We want single elimination. Put everything on the line in like 1 or 2 matches for the playoffs, and you go big or you go home.
Radiant team
That's how we see it. So each match will be there'll be a lot more importance on each individual match once you get to the playoffs. Not to mention the group stage, because only top 2 advance. So we'll see Queen of Pain being the last up here for MVP. This is generally a QO hero. QO recently being added to this team. He didn't actually get to play in the KDL finals because of the KDL rules, because he was added mid-season. But he's going to be probably on that Queen of Pain. Although at the same time, they've got the Death Prophet who I was talking about as a mid-hero. This almost puts Death Prophet elsewhere. I say elsewhere because I'm like, wait, where does Death Prophet go? Safe lane? Does that put Slack in the off lane? We may be looking at a
10
off-lane slack.
seconds remaining.
There's not really much potential for an offensive Trallon. Disruptor Sand King +1,
5
not a very
seconds
scary
remaining.
offensive Trallon by any means. And we'll see what
Reserve
the
time.
Execration captain, BG, has in mind for the 5th and final pick for the Pinoy squad for
10 seconds
Execration.
remaining.
I haven't got much time to think this one through, and they're going to go for a Chen here. So standard jungling support. Nothing too crazy out of this one. That'll be Fox's hero, as he's going to snag it up right off the bat. It's time, guys. We're going to get ourselves into our first game of today for the Inaugural. We've got 2 best-of-3s, MVP doubleheader. They take on Execration. They take on Scythe Singapore. Then tomorrow they have 1 more best-of-3. That's going to be their last group stage match against Orange Esports. And then they head off to Korea, because they head off to Kiev. They're going to be playing in the Starlight Land Final. So all of MVP's matches will be played today and tomorrow. And we'll see exactly how they fare against these Southeast Asian teams in Group B. It's a bit confusing. We're playing Group B before Group A. I remember thinking like, oh man, we got Group B before Group A. Should we just swap the letters attached to them? And it's like, well, Group B doesn't necessarily mean that it has to go second.
10 seconds remaining.
It was just with the way we had the plane matches going to different groups, the way we titled them, and then when it came to scheduling, it made a lot more sense to do Group B first, because if MVP qualified, they were going to go to Kiev, and they had to play some of these earlier matches. So we put Group B first, and that's where we are now. A couple players disconnected. No big, hopefully. Ooh, that was my hotkey. But good luck, have fun, big calls. No, they still need to wait for some players to reconnect here. Hopefully not too many issues with pauses and whatnot. I've had a long day of casting yesterday, so I don't know how good I'll be at filling in time during long pauses. I'll get very, very kooky very soon, but we'll see MVP on this Radiant side. Marge picking up the Death Prophet. He's generally your safe lane farmer, so I think we're seeing safe lane farming Death Prophet. It's kind of cool. Get that open threshold. Alrighty. Well, no, another disconnect. We're going backwards rather. Well, we 1 step forward as a reconnect from the Death Prophet, and then 1 step backwards as the Invoker disconnect. There we go, he's back. Slowly getting back into things here. So, March, give me on your Death Prophet. We've got Heen playing the Disruptor, Forev playing the Slack. We've got Kuo on the Queen of Pain, and then finally Reason on the Sand King, your support player for Team MVP. Let's take a look at the dire side. It is the team from the Philippines, the Pinoys. It's Execration. We've got Uwe playing the Bat Rider, BG01 playing the Skeleton King, or the Wraith King, the one true king. Ninja Boogie on the Mirana, and then we've got AA Arbang playing the Invoker. Finally, Fox playing the support jungle Chen, and that's going to round off Execration. So some SEA versus Korean Dota, and for Execration, they're thinking, look, these guys beat Mineski yesterday. We got to get revenge for our Pinoy brothers. Not to mention, you can't allow Korea to start taking over SEA. Korean Dota scene is not quite up to the level of play you see in some other regions just yet, but they're getting there, and SEA is the first step for them. It's kind of like baby steps. First, they're going to try to take over SEA. Well, not so much to take over, but first they're going to look to compete with the SEA teams. Then they look to expand. Then they play some European tournaments. And finally, they go to the ultimate big level, which is, of course, the Chinese tournament. Those come last. That's my inner fanboy speaking. But yeah, we've got MVP heading over to Star Ladder, so I think there's more access to the European tournaments, because tournaments like Star Ladder, tournaments like ESL 1 actually have Korean qualifiers, and the Chinese tournaments don't often have qualification processes for Southeast Asia and Korea. You look at WPC, they invite a couple SEA teams, so that's because it's like Titan and Orange Esports, who are big names who've played in Korea in the past. Played in China in the past. So, whereas I feel with just European America in general, they look at Korea in a different way because of the StarCraft 2 scene, where Korea's like really respected and admired for its solid infrastructure, which is true, but the teams are not quite there when it comes to Dota 2 prowess just yet. But we'll roll out into our lanes. We'll see exactly what the two teams are going to be doing. It's going to be an offlane slap. So for Rev, generally the offlane player, although he will play the Ember Spirit when they pick up Ember Spirit. Not always, but generally speaking. We'll see a Ninja Boogie safe lane farming Mirana, which is going to be probably with the support Wraith King, the support Chen, Invoker for the mid lane, and then off lane Bat Rider. Going to do some early warding here with his boots. I'm going to be careful. He's got that flying vision. I think he sees Sanking. That's a cheeky little ward. He's still got these boots here. We'll have to see if he gets out. He's being pinged up. They know he's there. They've got boots on the Sanking, but they're not going to catch up to a Bat Rider.
30 seconds to
Keep
battle.
running. Oh, there's a Connect field. He's going to get caught up by a stun here. He should just be okay. This is going to be a bit close. He hasn't got Stout Shield or anything. He's actually taking a lot of damage. One more right click. The Sanking going to get him. Just barely.
First blood on the
That level
sand
1 kinetic
strikes
field, he
the
could have gone for the
perfect
glimpse, but the
blow.
kinetic field works out even better than the glimpse would have, I think. And they get the kill, and just barely. That's where Batrider, like, hung around. He came up, he was heading this way, his Firefly wore off here, and he's like, oh crap, I gotta walk around, but he took like a good second or two to realize what was going on. He didn't realize the Sand King was catching up so fast. The boots first Sand King. He doesn't have those boots, Reason does not get that kill, so bit of a mistake there coming out from the Batrider from Uwe. And first blood picked up by MVP Phoenix to start things off here in game 1. Sentry Ward going to attempt to D-Ward, not going to find anything. Are you telling me this is like not close enough? Is that what you're telling me? You Dota 2, please? It's inside. That looks inside to me, man. Definitely looks inside that circle. I guess they maybe haven't actually walked around, because I'm pretty sure. Sand King? No? Is that... Wow, it's just outside. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. Batrider going to actually harass on March. March picks up a magic stick, but that's not going to help too much against Firefly. He's going to turn around and just fight back. And considering Batrider, you don't normally go Stouch in this hero being a ranged hero, but doesn't have actually any ring of protection, any actual armor boost, any damage block. He's going to take full damage from the right click harass, and that's where he doesn't have that much sustain for this lane. So, top lane, the Slack's going to be up against, well, the dual lane with the jungle Chen. Chen, is he going... he's not going to gank just yet. He's got a smoke on himself, but for now, just going to be farming up a couple neutral camps. Picks up another creep here, taking the Dark Troll Summoner. So they'll give him some skeletons. He's just going to look to power jungle for the time being, get the fastest early couple levels. Level 3 can maybe look to gank the level 2 Test of Faith with fairly decent damage output, but feels like maybe needs to go ganking the Wraith King. And who do you actually look to kill here? Q in the mid lane has Blink to escape, assuming he's got the mana for it. Doesn't right now, but once his bottle comes out to himself, he should be good to go. But he's actually 100 short of the bottle. Looks like Invoker's, well, actually behind on CS, but Q, man, where's your bottle? Null Talisman first, doesn't actually have it just yet. So AA may be losing out on CS, but he's we're kind of pushing Q out of lane. Bullying him around a little bit, but not really prioritizing much of CS. And here comes Fox. Looking for a QO blinks out, and he actually scouts scouts out the smoke incoming gank, and that's a wasted smoke. Sand King Raisin was there anyway, should there be a dive, and QO going to get another Tango. He'll be just fine here. His bottle going to be a little slower than he'd like, but no big deal, no big deal. So Mirana, we'll see what build Ninja Boogie looks to go for. He's picked up the boots already, so probably goes straight into the phase boot. May go back for Midas after the phase. May just get the Midas straight up. But I think Midas is always a nice little pickup from Mirana. And generally the way Ninja Boogie likes to play his carry heroes with the Midas. Picks up a Battering for now. So given the chance to push down the tower and get some damage, they will get that extra bit of damage output there.
Denied.
Fairly slow laning stage. I mean, the one kill before the laning stage happened. And I think the big thing is here, MVP got first blood. They avoid the smoke gank mid. And they're stacking a ton of neutrals. Is he going to get another stack? Wow. You got it. You cannot stack that any further than this. This is like a 4 stack. Getting a 4 stack from this neutral camp, not easy. Especially as a melee hero. As a range hero, it's a bit easier because you don't have to walk up close to draw the aggro. But to do this as a melee hero where you have to actually walk up and then pull it over is actually not that easy to do. So I thought it was maybe going to miss that last stack, but he just gets it. I don't think he can get any more stacks. They've gone for another smoke. Hero's got a blink. Oh, the cold snap. He can't disjoin it. There's your chain thumb with the Sentinel Stomp. Test of Faith. Finishes him off. Nice gank from Execration, but he had like half a second there where he could have maybe blinked. Then the cold snap came in as he was trying to channel it. Stuns him up. Wraith Fire Blast lands as well, and they get a kill in the mid lane. Even things up. 1 kill apiece. Queen of Pain going down. Execration, well, that's the kind of kill they needed here. They were not doing too much. The first smoke gank failed. The second smoke gank had to work out, and they make sure it does.
Bottom tower is
Meanwhile,
under
MVP are
attack.
pressuring this bottom tier 1 tower. They've got a level 5 Death Prophet. This Death Prophet's actually been getting a decent amount of XP. Looks like both Disruptor and Sand King have been kind of, not so much crippled, but been put on the back burner for now. Not been given too much farm here. Uwe's going to try to draw the creep aggro here. Gets himself some tranquil boots, but actually kind of failing to draw the creep aggro for the most part. March, no Battering, not really you'd expect him to go to Battering, but they're going to get a lot of damage down this tower, and one more Crypt Swarm. This creep wave goes down, and the next creep wave coming in should be able to finish with the tower. No seed creep coming. But, yeah, they've already got the seed creep here. This will get the tower down to a couple hundred HP, and they auto-attack this one down. This tower, I think, will get down to deny range, so MVP need to try and make sure it doesn't get denied. Are there TPs? Is the question. Looks like Wraith King has one. Invoker no. Chen no. Mirana no. But here we go. They want this tower. There is no glyph. Bat Rider not going to get the last hit. Sanking gets it.
Dyer's
That's going to
bottom
help boost him
tower
towards
has
his blink tag.
fallen.
He's got 1400 gold suddenly. He got first blood. He got a tower kill, and he's got 1400 gold at 5 minutes into the game. Jesus. That's a fantastic start. When you're a support Sand King, he'd love to be level 3 now, because if he was level 3, he farms this stack, and that's his blink dagger. He's got like a 6-7 minute blink dagger. He's just going to go for a normal stack here. A bit low on HP, but hey, he just needs levels. He can kill this even with no HP. This MVP start is absolutely fantastic right now. It's only 1500 gold. They're actually behind on XP, but I think it's more the opportunities that are there for them. Sure, Queen of Pain hasn't done as fantastic as you'd like in the mid lane, but this bottom tri lane has been so successful. They've managed to get lots of stacks off. They've managed to get a T1 tower. They've managed to get a kill as well, and now they're going to just get some pools going, Sand King at level 3, and then, well, the fun begins. Is he going to double pull this? We'll have to wait and see. One problem with trying to farm this camp is there is an Observer Ward, so there's always a chance. Okay, they're not going to go for the double pull. Raisins, is he actually going to try to stack this again? He's not level 3. You can't do this with level 1 Sandstorm. I'm... Oh, Batrider's coming as well. Jesus, he's just stacked this with Batrider. Raven needs to be careful. He Burrow Strikes his way out of there. And Batrider, he's going to get chased out of here. But this Firefly may actually steal a lot of this neutral stacks. Slims back and taking a lot of damage. Queen of Pain now coming in as well. Execration may lose Uwe here. He managed to steal a bit of the neutrals. Oh, the Crypt Swarm going to take 2 of those. And Uwe now completely screwed. Probably should go down the tower. On the back lane, so BG as well as AA have come in. They'll lose the Batrider to the tower. Here we go, another Wraith Fire Blast coming out. This one on Heen. Heen looks like he's just going to get Sonic Wave, going to catch out all 3, but there's no follow-up damage. Has to blink back to his tower now. Didn't have any follow-up damage there. That Sonic Wave a bit ambitious, but here comes Forev. He's TP'd into this one. He's level 6, but doesn't have too much mana. We'll get the Chen. Latches on with the Pounce, and Fox will go down.
Welcomes me.
And Sand King going to show up now. BG, he's got boost. Level 3 Sand King, just 2 points in Sandstorm. And unfortunately, most of his stack getting stolen. Raisin getting stunned up again. The Centaur War's not there waiting for him, but he should be okay. Tornado going to go flying through as well. No real chance of getting kills with that. A bit of a wasted mana from AA. Need to be a bit more careful with that.
Thought you had that, didn't you?
Oh, Martin bottom lane. Phase boots up. Picks up himself a Sage's Mask, and the Bassering. So he's got the pushing power. At least the bonus armor from that. Probably see something like a Yule Scepter rush with this second Sage's Mask of his. Fairly standard stuff from both the two teams. We look towards Ninja Boogie. He has not shown up these fights. What's he actually been farming for? Phase boots 1. Can't expect too much more this early on in the game, but I think we'll be seeing him maybe pick up a TP scroll. He's got the 1 point in the Moonlight Shadow, which means he can help out these other lanes. And Hua, well, he's now level 8, so he's actually done alright after getting ganked in the mid lane. He's not going to be too worried about where he stands right now, and that's where MVP, even the core heroes who aren't as farmed as they'd like to be, they've all got levels. Level 7 on your Slark, Queen of Pain level 8, Death Prophet level 7 just now, so that's your max out Crypt Swarm, and they want to try to get this T1 tower. There is no blip, but the Crypt Wave being dragged away by this Bat Rider. Fortunately for him, and this Sand King, who had 1400 gold at like 5 minutes in the game, suddenly still has less than 1400 gold, and we're 2 minutes later, so that stack got completely hijacked. Not to mention the kill him, it's really hurting it. Now we're going to see Disruptor get picked up by Execration. They're not done just yet. They want March as well. He's going to get arrows as well, taking a lot of damage. The healer's starting to come in from the Exorcism, but not really healing him up enough. He'll go down. Mirana getting a kill on the Death Prophet here. Nice TP in from Ninja Boogie. Makes a smart rotation from the top lane and comes at the right time to get his team a couple of kills, as we'll see a pause to follow, but a good trade nonetheless. 2 for 1 there. They lost the Invoker, which is one of their core heroes, to the Queen of Pain, but still seems like a decent fight for the Filipino squad. It's going to even things up a bit more as far as the gold's concerned. XP getting quite decently in Execration's favor. This gold deficit is mostly the towers. Or the tower. The one tower that MVP got at bottom lane. Whoa! Queen of Pain rocks up! Sonic Wave going to blow up the champ. He does get ensnared now. We're going to get arrowed to follow the Wraith Fire Pass, and that's a dead Queen of Pain. He's in over his head. Ninja Boogie leap in a couple seconds. He's going to get glimpse. He's going to wait for the sleep. Now we'll use it. Now he'll actually look to escape the Disruptor, instead going down the Bat Rider Firefly. Death Prophet. Was that a buyback? No. That was just a respawn coming in from March. He's now TP towards the mid lane. His cold snapped up. Not enough follow-up damage, it looks like. AA does not want to commit to this one on his own, and the Chen also trying to keep that creep alive. He'll send home the Bat Rider, and another 2-for-1 trade, once again going Execration's way. Queen of Pain going in with the Sonic Wave gets a kill, but that's all she gets. And that's only a kill on the Chen. Not worth it at all. So, I think Execration looking really good, and it all started from this fight here at this neutral camp. Like, Bat Rider comes in, sure he dies. Oh, Invoker gets a solo kill. I suddenly see, like, Death Drop just get melted. I was watching meme map, like, oh, Invoker's there, like, that's not gonna happen. Oh no, he solo kills. Like a 1v2 scenario as well. But the turnaround all started from when Bat Rider swooped in, took a ton of experience and farm here. Sure, he died for it, but it was well worth it because it slowed down the Sand King's Blink Dagger. And they killed the Sand King in the end, and that was the fight which Execration started to get themselves in this game in a good way. And look back towards his Invoker. Can't keep our eyes off of him. He's been just making kills out of nothing right now. Ninja Boogie happy to continue farming. He's going to be going for a phased drum, so not even thinking Midas, not thinking any sort of carry items. He wants to have early game fight potential. So he'll get drums, he'll have the TP scroll on himself as well to come to these fights, should they break out. And possibly towards this mid lane. QO as well as marching nearby. QO going to make himself towards his top rune. We'll find a double damage rune. Will he go ganking here? Forever's up top. Possibly thinking about going on this Mirana. It's like one of the good heroes to have against Mirana. We'll hit the pounce, but it's too early. Queen of Pain's not here just yet. Starstorm going to start things off. Forever takes the double Starstorm. Ninja Boogie is going to go down. QO blink to the high ground there, and Ninja Boogie should not have stood and fought. He could have just leapt away once the pounce wore off, but he was feeling a bit too brave. Yeah, audio's getting a bit too loud. There we go. Turn on game volume down just a little. QO going to be building a Necrobook. Something he did the other day. I can't remember what I was watching him. Oh, it was the match against Mineski. He was going Necrobook Queen of Pain in one of the games. So he really likes this build. A build I remember. I mean, a fellow Australian player, Shaitan, used to always go Queen of Pain Necrobook. He loved the Necrobook Queen of Pain build, and QO's played a lot with Shaitan back before he left for Korea when he was playing in the Australian team. So maybe something he picked up from him. As that will be, it gives them such a good mid-game push with the Death Prophet, the Necrobook, and the Queen of Pain. And you've got the team fight backup of a Sand King and Disruptor. So all around well-rounded lineup. Top lane for Rev. Oh, times the Dark Pack nicely. Wraith Fire Blast was coming in. Arrow going to go through. Scouts up for it, but not going to actually hit him. Execration, this top tier 1 tower is still very healthy. They've got 3 heroes plus some chain creeps up here, but creeps getting drawn off, and Execration going to do some more chip damage, but let's see if they actually fully commit to this one, or if they're going to, if MVP are going to mount some defense, because right now MVP are making their way up here. It's going to be a kill outside bottom lane. Close out in this top lane though, as Moonlight Shadow has been used. Bat Rider trying to swoop his way in, and Perez, there's your blink, there's your lasso. Perez been caught out, didn't get the Dark Pact off. The Wraith Fire Blast and the arrows there, but Sand King blink, Burrow Strike. Perez, he's going to go down anyways, just enough damage to kill him off. Reincarnation is available for BG if he falls. Brazen now getting low. Wraith King wants him. He's going to drop a Sentry Ward. He stops the stun. I think realizing he needs the Reincarnation mana. They've lost 3 though, including the Reincarnation. Well, that includes the Reincarnation, but the Bat Rider and Invoker both go down. I mean, Invoker was one of the casualties at the bottom lane, and Sand King and Slark, so it was a 2-for-1 trade at top lane plus a Reincarnation, so I don't think you can really count Reincarnation as a kill. So 2-for-1 there, the Invoker dying at the bottom lane, you know, what looked like a 1-for-1 trade in some way. Fox now working on the mech for Execration. MVP get off a much needed D ward here. With a Slark, it's so easy to figure out where those wards are using your ulti. And March is going to be getting that Yules. He even picked up a Bracer, so if he wants to go full movement speed, he can go phase drums and the Yules Scepter. With now MVP swinging in more heroes towards this mid lane. I think they feel pretty confident now with the Sand King blink. He's going to go Burrow Striking through. Ninja Boogie is really low here. Queen of Pain blinks in, summons an Necrobox here. Ninja Boogie somehow keeps himself alive though, and QO's got no blink. It's on cooldown, now it's going to come back up. Now he tries to get himself out of there, blink into the trees. They know where he is, they chuck an arrow, that gives vision as well. QO's going to go down to the Starstorm. in over his head. Couldn't make a way out of there, and that's a bit of a over-aggressive play from the MVP solo mid player.
Dire's top tower
Can't
is
afford
under
to make
attack.
silly little mistakes like that one. Well, MVP will continue to D-ward. So the support play from MVP has been fantastic. Like, they're D-warding, getting map control for the team.
Tower is under attack.
D-warding top lane, D-warding the top river now. Problem is, he always played decent this game, but he's just, like, a couple of his deaths definitely have been avoidable. Now we look towards Batrider maybe going in. Give me a blink virus, but catches out 3 4 by Disruptor ultimate. AA gonna be the first to go for BG's in trouble. He's got no reincarnation. He'll be the second one down, and now we look towards March. He got lassoed up, but that's just the Batrider who's gonna look to run the hell out of there. Not gonna be chased down, but MVP with another team fight, and they're gonna try to follow this up with a tier 1 tower. Forever on the front lines with a double damage ring. This will be an easy tier 1. 10 nearby, but not going to matter. Death Prophet gets the last hit as well, so that's March's Eul Scepter, more or less. He just needs to fly out, get the Void Stone, as well as I think he had the Sage's Mask, maybe on the, it's on the Korea, so he's pretty much got it. Q at top lane, going to get Tau tonight and work on his Necro too, so while he's played a little sloppy, going for this kind of a build and going for this kind of a mid-game push strat, you can afford to be a little bit sloppy. Like, you just have to make sure you're not giving up too many kills, which he really hasn't. Like, a couple mistakes here and there, not mattering that much. Level 11 as well, so he's got the level 2 ultimate. Although fighting into a Chen mech as well as Hand of God, going to be no kill. There's no guarantees when you throw this ultimate that it's going to actually be that effective. 475 damage. Well, mech plus Hand of God negates all of that. So, I mean, sure, it forces Chen to use those heals and ultis, but it's at the same time, and this is where the AoE from MVP, they can't just have the Queen of Pain landing spells. They need the Sanking, the Burrow Strike, the AoE Burrow Strike into a Static Storm, like we saw at mid lane. Those are the kind of fights MVP is wanting to look for every single time. But now in game 1, MVP looking pretty damn good. They're down 2 kills, but yeah, they're up by a couple, 3,000 gold. XP pretty much dead even right now. And MVP has done a good job pressing towers, making a lot of space on the map. Forever in the mid lane, going to get lassoed up. Didn't get the Dark Pact off. Wraithfire Blaster fall, and they'll get the chain stun just well enough. Gonna be an easy kill on the Slark in the end here. Now we look towards Sonic Wave being thrown by Cure. They want the Batrider. He pops the invis. Is he going to be kept alive here? The Static Storm not going to kill him off, but Cure blinking in with the Queen of Pain who gets the kill. Meanwhile, they've lost 3. Their Queen of Pain still trying to bring down the Invoker. Is there detection? Looks like yes, there is. Cure going to get the kill there. The Central One helping out. Cure doesn't have Blink for a few seconds. He's in some trouble. Going to go down to 1 or 2 more right clicks, and now it's 4 heroes dead on the Radiant side. Buyback from the Disruptor. Death Prophet on the run now. Ooh, nice Eul Scepter dodges the Wraithfire Blast. There's no reincarnation. BG, going to be careful, son. He's maybe going to turn around in just a second here. It's damn fast Mirana. He's going to... Oh, look for the Crypt Storm. He's not going to find it. Mirana will finish off the kill now. Wraithfire Blast just to make sure of it. Looks like Chen's going to get himself the hell out of there. And that was a team wipe in the end of the day. Everyone died on the Radiant side, I'm pretty sure. And your Disruptor respawned. So did your Sanking, and your Slark died at the start of the fight. That was a complete team wipe for... 1 or 2 kills. I think it was a 5 for 2 trade, because it was 10 to 12 at the start of that. So a 5 for 2 trade in Execration's favor. Big team fight victory for them. That's exactly what they needed. They unfortunately don't get the tier 1 tower as well, which is what they'd love to be picking up, but we'll see where they go for next. Wraith King going to pick up the gem here. Just getting a bit fed up with the Sanking invis. Well, that's pretty much it when it comes to invis, as well as just general wards up on the map. Like right now, MVP have great vision. Look towards the mid lane. You look towards the jungle, 2 spots in the jungle, and just sentry wards covering a lot of these spots. Like sentries like this, if that gets dewarded, the Invoker lives because of the invis Ghost Walk, not to mention the Moonlight Shadow. Buying a gem on this Wraith King means you can take out these sentry wards in a fight. You force them to use dust, or you force them to buy a gem of their own. So I think this gem a very clever little pickup. Problem is, Wraith King, sure he's got Reincarnation, but Reincarnation against a Queen of Pain with Necro 3, I don't know how much you can rely on that. It's a lot of mana burn, and for a support Wraith King, yeah. He can save up the Magic Wand charges to try use before he dies, but that's still just maybe barely enough mana. Like, gives him like around the 200-ish mana boost, but he's going to use it right before he dies and hopes no more mana burn comes in his way. Ooh, I don't know about this one. Fox getting low, doesn't have any heals beyond the mech. He already popped the mech. They're going to trade him for the Sand King. There's going to be a glimpse back on the Invoker. Invoker not actually in too much trouble. I don't think the Static Storm may be the death of him, though. They kill off the Death Prop and start things off for Rev. Getting low, doesn't dark back the Wraith Fire Blast. He'll get burst down with the help of the Mirana. Mirana using the arrow there, and the chase is on. He's out of mana. He's gotten 7 Magic Stick charges. Flame Break back. I don't think it's even worth using these. He's going to go down regardless. 4 for 2 trade. Once again, Execration just finding the better exchanges in these fights. Let's see. Execration just... really, I think they've just got more experience when it comes to these team fights especially. Like, they know smart fights, they know when they can keep on fighting, when they need to retreat, when they need to disengage. And that's where MVP, they're just kind of over-committing and getting us a bit too over-aggressive.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Has got the Necrobook 3 up on his Queen of Pain now, so 7, 4, and 3. He's a little and you look at Qo, he's one of these mids, like, you think you shut him down, you think you kill him a couple of times, he's like, okay, this Queen of Pain hasn't got much. No, he farms. He reminds me so much of someone like Mushi. Like, you can get Mushi a couple of times, but he will always go and find somewhere on the map to get a ton of farm. Like, as a solo mid, he's got the top net worth by a huge margin. At the same time, I don't know if this is like the right kind of greedy mid play. As Qo will even get ganked out the top lane. Sanking's there, and with the Necrobox, that's a dead Invoker. He thought he had Qo. Qo had him. He's like, no problem. Raisin's got my back. My boy Reason. And that's a dead Invoker and a push coming the way of the top lane. And with Death Prophet Exorcism combined with the Necrobox, this is should be a dead tier 2 tower. Batrider going to try to stall this by just getting the Firefly up, but they haven't got numbers here. Just the one Execration here near the top lane. No glyph, and this is looking like a very dead tier 2 tower, and Batrider going to get caught out. Uwe makes a big mistake. He tries to get Qo here on the front lines, but not going to succeed in doing so. And dead tier 2 tower. Unnecessary losses for Execration, but they're trying to make some plays here. They're trying to create space, and this is what they're creating space for. Execration have gone to the Roshan pit. Just 3 heroes there. Batrider wasn't meant to die. He was just meant to try and stall the push. But unfortunately, he does go down. But either way, his job was to create space, and that he has done.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
With Roshan Aegis now on the Mirana. Maybe 2k gold, so it looks like he is building towards the Manta style, though often you do see these casual Yasha builds. Qo stunned up, doesn't get the blink disjoint. Is their fault? There's an ensnare, but it's not there in time, unfortunately. Looks like just the ensnare creep just a little bit too far away. If he gets the ensnare off, he gets Centaur stun as well to follow. Illusion. The arrow was just coming as well nearby. Not going to be the case though. Now Death Prophet says, look, we're going all in push. Let's get my mech up and let's try and group up once again. Picked out some of these more outer towers. At the same time, pushing high ground against an Aegis always going to be tricky. I like this decision from Invoker. It just goes walk, roam around the map kind of thing. When you've got that Orchid, getting solo kills is very viable. It's kind of, it reminds me like you're a Clinks, except you're a spellcaster version of a Clinks. Once you have this Orchid, you just go around the map looking for kills. Kind of have to hope you don't walk into sentries or gem. But at the same time, even if you do, you've got more escape spells than a Clinks does, with your Tornado, with your Deafening Blast, etc., etc. Mirana gets ganked this bottom lane. This is like a dead Mirana. Static Storm, they're waiting for Ninja Boogie. He's going to go down. Tornado, too late. It's not going to make any difference here. Chen going to throw out some heals here, but I don't think that's going to matter too much as well. Reason needs to be a big careful buyback from the Mirana now. As we will see the Queen of Pain take a full to start things off. Rev taking a lot of damage. He's completely out of mana. One more right, Invoker will finish him off. Took the exit from the Death Drop, doing a lot of damage here, but Marchus is too damn squishy. He goes down as well. The tier 1 tower allowing TPs back in. Batrider getting low, but not low enough, and Brev's got to be careful. Doesn't have the Dark Pact up. He gets stunned. Now he's silenced as well. The Orchid kicking in, and Queen of Pain buybacks TPs immediately blinks as well, and he now going to get caught out. The ensnare there to Tornado to fall. Arrow going to catch up Reason. What a disaster. The Starstorm's there as well. A double kill for Ninja Boogie. They're not done. They want the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's on the run. They pop the drum. They fall star forward. Qo blinking too. Can he get out of this one? It's going to be close. There's your cold snap. Qo cannot. Oh, he gets the blink. Arrow. Arrow. Bullseye. He hits him. He gets the flame break. Some MLG no-scope sniping from Ninja Boogie. What an arrow. Shoot arrow, hit arrow, easy game, easy life. Says Ninja Boogie, no problem. And the tier 2 tower will go down. Execration march forward. 27 kills to 17. They're on a march right now. They're tearing through MVP, forcing out so many buybacks as well. They're not done. They were looking for an Orchid on the side. He immediately Dark Packs it though. Slow things down a little now. Look to regroup, back off. Mirana did lose the Aegis there. Mirana going full glass cannon. Well, no, never mind. Just kidding. Not a Desolator. Will be a BKB. This is the opposite of full glass cannon. This is some survivability in there. Okay. What a good team fight for Execration. The buybacks is what really just crushed MVP as well. Queen of Pain, Slark, both buying back. Okay, Mirana had to buy back 2 after dying with the Aegis, but Mirana copped so many spells to die there. The first, the initial initiation, then the Static Storm, and that was, they had to use all these ultimates just to kill the Mirana, who then buys back and turns the fight around. They managed to fight like 5v7 there with the double buybacks from MVP, just because MVP didn't have their spells. Now we look towards Q at the top lane. I think he's okay here. He's going to be a, what, who's just coming in? Okay, no, he's going to go down. Can you get the, yeah, no, he gets brought down. What actually stopped his TP there? I'm surprised. Maybe it was a glitch or something. Is that Batrider going to come in now? The arrow going to be off the mark here. 4Rev, he's chasing on the Slark here. Yeah, the ultimate going to be wearing off in just a second. March is the one they kind of want to focus down. If the Exorcism is allowed to do ulti damage, it sure as hell will. And there's your reincarnation. It's going to slow the entire MVP team. 4Rev, he's got a pounce in just a second. BG now in some trouble. Throws a stun out. No, he's got time for a send back. Here he goes, your Sand King Epicenter. Burrow Strike on through. They want the Chen. They'll get the Chen. That's 3 heroes dead now. Raisin still wants to chase. He's got Blink Burrow Strike in a second. Who's he actually going to find here? Looks like Ninja Boogie's already made his way out of there. MVP, they strike back. Big team fight going their way, and Invoker just overcommitting. Sure, he kills the Slark, but he gets brought down. I think the Glimpse is what stopped his TP. Long-range Glimpse caught him out. It didn't actually move him because he was still standing in the same spot for so long, but it still cancelled the TP. So it was like a 0 movement Glimpse just to cancel TP, and then Invoker goes down, and without the Invoker, that team fight Execration just didn't have the firepower, it seems. They needed the BKB on Mirana. They needed the BKB on this Batrider. Without these BKBs, they just don't have the ability to fight into heroes like Sand King, Queen of Pain, the Death Prophet nukes, all these heroes with tons of nuke magic damage. A Static Storm as well, offering great crowd control. Well, it's not over just yet. And MVP say, look, we're going to fight back. It's a big dip after that one big team fight, then it goes straight back up. MVP now only trailing by 3,000 gold. As Kua picks himself up an ultimate orb, so he'll be going for a Scythe of Ice. He's at level 16 now, importantly. Observer Order mid. Where's the other thing? Was the gem actually lost here? There's gonna be they're gonna go in on BG. He's as good as dead. Reincarnation not up anyway. See some of the Necrobooks as well. Arrow off the mark, and Uwe just hiding in the tree. Hasn't been spotted. Nothing really to get. Flying Vision. He's gonna catch out Heen now with the blink out, and that's gonna be an easy kickoff. Where is this gem? Anyone? You got a gem? You got a gem? No. No Dire Gem. It's on the Radiant side. It's on the Slark. Slark has a gem. Deafening Blast. This is actually kind of causing 4Rev some problems here. He needs to get this ultimate off. He's actually silenced up. 4Rev. He's going to go down to one more right click. Will the Orchid finish him off? Yes, it will. The Invoker Orchid gets the kill. They've lost the Disruptor as well as Slark now. And, so far, no kills. They'll finally get the Chen after chasing him down. MVP now. I think they're on the run. March is fairly low. Uwe, Flame Break, gonna catch out Reason. That stops the Sandstorm. He's gonna Burrow Strike. He's gonna try Burrow Strike his way out. That cops Uwe as well. He'll try and blink forward, and with the silence, Reason gonna go down. Reason's just kind of trying to create space there to help his teammates get further and further away. So Nadia will scout out Kua, and the TP out from Mark. So bloody battles coming in here. Another arrow gonna go flying in. If that one lands. Well, that one's not gonna land.
Is under attack.
Towards Ninja Boogie now, the BKB. I think a nice little turning point for Execration in these fights. Not to mention the BKB now up on Uwe as well. We've got double BKBs. I would love a BKB on this Invoker now after this 4-staff and Orchid. Maybe you go Hex, but I feel like BKB not a bad option. Just for that survivability that it does offer. As for your racing, he's gone Blink Dagger, so he's been involved in a lot of these kills. 2, 3, and 14. There's been a lot of kills. Look at 31 kills on the board. 7, 5, and 13 on your Batrider. He's been in 22 of them. 23 for the Invoker with an 11, 7, 20. Just look at the scoreboard. Everyone's been in tons of kills here. We're 28 minutes in and 31 kills to 22. Yesterday I was casting WPC. It's WPC. Some of the Chinese teams playing. And IG versus Newbie had probably less kills than this game over an entire 2-game series. It was a very dry game as far as kills and aggression was concerned. It was a very interesting and strategic game. Like, I enjoyed it a lot, but it was a very different style of game to what we're witnessing here. This is just non-stop. Team fight, team fight. Push, push. Let's just throw bodies at the enemy. The blink Burrow Strike. Ninja Boogie needs to be careful. He's got the BKB. Nice tornado will prevent any spells being used from Kyo. Ninja Boogie's still taking a lot of damage. Needs to leap his way out of there. Will do so. They've killed off the Disruptor, start things off here. March may be the next target. The Exorcism's kind of hard to chase into. They need to try and burst him down. The movement speed, though, is kicking into play here. Now the Wraith King's going to go in. He's got Reincarnation. That's going to prevent the movement speed. Barrow's already gone down here. The AoE damage from MVP, the Sonic Wave and everything, kicking into high gear. Kyo gets silenced up. Now he's in trouble. The arrow to fall. The Chain Sun's there. They're going to get the kill. The Invoker with the last hit. Now the Wraith King going to die for a second time after Reincarnate. 4-star Ghost, well, not Ghost Scepter, Ghost Walk away from AA. There's a tornado still. Fox is not going to be kept alive. Oh, he's going to be kept alive. Does hit 2 heroes with that, but now the Ice Ball coming in, not going to matter enough. Razor gets silenced up behind the tower. 4 stuff away. Is this going to be enough? He's going to arrow off the mark. Raisin. Sandstorm dodges that last right click, and it looks like Ninja Boogie going to get silenced up and won't be able to chase. Very close. Raisin playing with fire. Playing really well this game, Raisin. That would have been scary for a second. As soon as that blast, he's like, oh god, that would have been close. 3 points in Exalt only, so not enough for Invoker to get kills there. Another, I would say, one team fight for MVP. Their AoE just kicking into high gear right now with the Sand King and the Queen of Pain leading the way, not to mention the Static Storm from Disruptor starting to do some work. It's looking a lot better. Tina's just trying to push out this bottom lane as much as possible. And raising off. He's starting to work on a Veil of Discord now. So, I wonder if Execration say, look, these last few fights have not gone our way, because so far we've been seeing team fight after team fight to a large extent, with lots of bloody team fights as well. At some point, they've got to be thinking like, well, we need to tone it back. Well, these team fights aren't working, even with our BKBs. Like, do they... I think they may just look to chill out for a bit.
Haste.
We'll find out soon enough. There's Ninja Boogie. He's got 2.3k gold. Slack picks himself up as Sanjin Yasha. And we'll see exactly what's going to be coming out from the rest of the Execration side. MVP grouped up as 5. Is this going to be a smoke here? Roshan is respawned, so maybe they want to try and contest that. Definitely feasible considering how scary their team fight is. I think Execration realized going straight into the Roshan pit could be a bit of a death trap. Not something they want to try and do. Both teams, well, Radiant team smoking out Execration. They've got the Wraith King on the front lines, the Reincarnation being the big spell to look out for here. And here we go, Sand King, Blink, Burrow Strike catches 2. The Sun going to hit him though. The Static Storm there as well into the high ground, but Ninja Boogie gets the BKB. Not to mention the Batrite as well. They want to kill off March. Exorcism will be cast as well as the Yule Scepter here. Can they burst out March? The Tornado coming through with an EMP. They need to kill March. The Exorcism's really doing a lot of damage here. They've lost the Chen already. But they do bring down March in the end. BG steals Reincarnation. He's going to go and Q. Pops Reincarnation. This is slowing up the entire MVP team. Forces out a blink up, but there's an Epicenter from Reason doing a lot of damage, but not enough to actually kill anyone right now. Don't kill the Necrobox. A little game I like to play called Don't Kill the Necrobox. Forev on the run. Flame Bray. He's got a gem here. He does not want to go down. There's a blink to chase from BG, but it looks like Slack already saying to heal himself up, and Invoker he wins the game with Don't Kill the Necrobox.
An easy shot.
Arrow onto Roshan. It looks like Execration will make their way into Roche.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top
Something
tower
that it seems
is under
MVP are
attack.
aware of, but getting in there to contest not going to be easy. They've got the ward just across the river, but not sure how much more they can actually do about that. How much more they can do about that. Arrow going to go flying across. That's what I'm going to see for him. Doesn't hit him, but gives a bit of flying vision, and they do scout him out a little bit there. But they've got Aegis now on their side. Mirana picking up Manta BKB from Ninja Boogie. He's got lots of survivability, lots of tankiness, but he needs some damage output now. His next item needs to be something to help bring down heroes. Be it your Desolator, Mjolnir, some kind of actual damage for the Death Prophet for the Queen of Pain as well. With Death Prophet picking up a plate mail to start tanking up even further. Definitely a worthwhile investment.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Pure. He's gone for Lincoln. Didn't actually go Scythe of Ice. They had this Lincoln's for a bit now, but I did mention when I saw the Ultimate Orb going to be a Scythe of Ice, but I guess the Lincoln's here against the Bat Rider makes sense. Not to mention the Invoker who's trying to hunt him with this Orchid. So, figure, yeah, why not? Get something for some extra survivability. His damage output just with Sonic Waves as well as the Necrobook is there. He just needs to try and stay alive a bit longer in these fights. Smoke up now. Execration D-Ward immediately go into the smoke. They're going to run directly into a Slark with a Lincoln Sphere on him. Arrow going to go flying through, not going to hit him, but the Wraith King on the front lines. He wants to almost die. He wants to pop his reincarnation. They kill a Pure to start off the fight here. BKB is keeping Pat Rod alive. Unfortunately, the Invoker doesn't have the same luxury. Epicenter doing a lot of damage with the Static Storm. Buyback from your Invoker, the Chen. He's on the sidelines now, but the Queen of Pain and Sand King both there. They'll make it a third hero with the Slark kill. The chase is now on. They want March. Unfortunately, March is very bloody fast. 503 movement speed with the Phase Boot caster. He now... He's rotated back towards this fight, and BG still alive. He's like, man, guys, I just want to die so I can pop my reincarnation. He's going to have level 16 ultimate as well soon. This is going to get very ridiculous. Support hero hitting level 16 at 35 minutes in of all things.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
D2 tower now going to be tipped away, and MVP just seemed to be giving up a few too many lives in these fights. Their team fight was strong for a while, but now that Execration have these BKBs and some items on top of that, it gets a lot easier for Execration. And BKB Bat says, this isn't enough, I want a pipe as well. This magic damage is all that's killing us, and I'll help out my team get a pipe, because sure he's taking no magic damage in BKB, but his team still are. Not to mention, there's times where his BKB won't be up, and that's where this magic damage resistance can kick into play as well. And Mirana now, 3.4k gold. Demon Edge picked up, so could be a crit, could be an MKB. I don't think he needs the MKB. No one with evasion, but MKB is nice if you're just getting annoyed by heroes keeping out when your arrow's on cooldown. You get that little mini bash proc, but might... we'll see.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, there's no evasion whatsoever. I guess there's
Radiant's
stuff
top
like
tower
uphill
has
mischance
fallen.
you want to get rid of. Pushes on towards this top lane now. MVP. Can they hold this one? I don't think Execration are fully ready to commit to this one. Even with an Aegis on their side, they're thinking, we don't want to go high ground just yet. They've taken all the tier 2 towers, but no further attempts beyond that. Wraith King picks up a Blade Mail. I love this pickup on Wraith King. You've got the extra lives. You're blinking into the middle of a fight. You pop a Blade Mail. And the problem is, heroes like Death Prophet, Sand King, Queen of Pain, they have to do damage to you. They've got AoE spells. You throw a Sonic Wave. If Wraith King's in there, you may be blade mailing the damage onto yourself. Same for a Sand King Epicenter. You want to Epicenter into a team fight, you're going to take a ton of damage from the blade mail. Death Prophet, Crypt Swarm, Static Storm from a Disruptor, Slark, his Dark Pact, Pounce, whatever it may be. I mean, you can obviously not go on the Wraith King, but Dark Pact is AoE, so a lot of this AoE damage is going to get turned around because of this blade mail. So a really smart pickup, I would say, from BG. He's thought this one through. Tier 3 tower getting chipped away. They're going to pop the pipe onto the high ground. They go with the blink, but the Dark Pact is there ready. Trying to maybe bait out something bigger like a lasso, but just a Wraith Fire Blast, not the end of the world for Execration. That's already back up and ready to go again. Brave goes in the Dark Pact. They're going to blink, Fire Strike, Epicenter, BG. He goes down, the Reincarnation going to slow everyone, but they've lost Invoker. That's 100 seconds with Invoker on the sidelines. No buyback for him. BG's taking a bazillion damage here. The Blade Mail going to block a lot, turn around a lot of it, but he still goes down for a second time nonetheless. Ninja Boogie now with his Aegis on the front legs, trying to just fight his way through this one. Gem hits the floor here. They're going to get a kill onto the Sand King now. Looks like Disruptor just trying to rescue those gems now as Mirana going to respawn from the agency. Execration still 3 alive. Leap forward here. Heen could be in some trouble. He's got the gem as well. Ninja Boogie wants to chase him down. The arrow going to fly. It's going to land as well. Heen gets caught out. Uwe going to take a fall in the backlines here. He drops a gem of his own. They're just going to swap gems around, it looks like. Recovers one gem, gives away another, and Ninja Boogie is still not out of this one. He's going to fight for it. He gets sent home by the Chen. Nicely played from Fox, but he's going to pay for this one with his life. He's got a mech, actually. Don't see much. Yeah, he doesn't even get a chance to use the mech. 4 for 3. I don't think there was any buybacks even. Queen of Pain just stayed alive the whole fight, and the big thing is here, this Invoker is just getting crushed every fight. Invoker gets initiated on by a Sand King, Pyro Strike, and a Static Storm, and every single time this Invoker dies. Every single time. This Invoker needed to go BKB. This Ultimate Orb, this could be, he would be on 3.5k gold. He would have a BKB. Before he died there, he would have had about 4k gold. So he could have a BKB right now. And if he has a BKB, that fight goes completely differently. Instead, he doesn't cast a single spell. Like, I'm pretty sure he did not cast one spell during that team fight. QO. Oh, not QO. Forever looking for the pounce on mid lane. MKB was picked up by Mirana. Again, a bit of an unusual item pickup when there's no evasion on the other team. Generally, this item's looked at exclusively as a counter to evasion. If you're not worried about evasion, you either go Mjolnir, you go Desolator, you even go crit. Butterfly not bad as well. So MKB, it does give decent damage, 88 damage. The mini bash, which gives you the bonus damage from the mini bash as well. But I don't think it's the most cost-effective damage item unless you need it to deal with evasion. It does prevent for it from going from evasion later in the game. Oh, we'll see Ninja Boogie careful at the mid lane. Is they jump in here? They may have the chain lockdown here. The Static Storm's there as well. Ninja Boogie does go out the BKB though. He can leap out if he needs to as well. Will do so. BKB fairly short here. BG in the front lanes now with the Blade Mail, and looks like with the Moonlight Shadow, both teams just going to back off. Necrobot going to go down. Batrider taking the damage from that one for the most part. Tornado goes flying through. This is going to catch out Heen. Not going to catch him out. Wraith King. He wants Heen. Exorcism going to cast now. MVP want to try turn this one. They re-goose. They look to re-engage. Epicenter coming in. The Sand King. He's going to bring down BG. A lot of that damage being turned around with the Reincarnation now slowing everyone up. Can they kill BG a second time? Nope. He's going to blink out and it's Forever instead. He's the Slark. He's going to go down. Drops a gem as well. Arrow going to go flying through. Doesn't actually land anywhere. Sand King gets another Pyro Strike off. That's the death of the Chen. Slark actually fighting back for this one. Q's got another blink. He'll get himself out of there. Meanwhile, that's the Wraith King going down. That's 2 deaths on him. No Reincarnation this time. Elsewhere, it's Batrider trying to finish off Raisin. He does not have protection for Raisin, and there's going to be the kinetic field to lock him down in place. Q on the high ground, just doing right click after right click. Uwe's going to go down. No, he gets a 4-stuff. Q blinks after with a scream. Gets the kill. Is he in trouble here? AA doesn't have too much as far as spells goes, and it's actually AA in trouble. It's a godlike streak all of a sudden for Ninja Boogie. What's he up to? He's just killing absolutely everyone. They do in the end get the kill on the Invoker. Once again, this Invoker. What are you doing, son? 44 kills to 36, 41 men to the game. This has just been one crazy hell of a game. There's an arrow. I think it just hit 4. If he goes in with a double star storm, Ninja Boogie gets 2 kills. Oh my gosh, what a player, Ninja Boogie. 2 kills on his own. 1v2s him. This guy is carrying Execration single-handedly there. That would have been a big 5-second arrow coming out. I didn't see the arrow, but I saw the aftermath, which was a stunned-up Slark for 5 seconds, a double Star Storm, and Ninja Boogie getting a double kill. Now he's got himself up to 3k gold. Chen going to heal up his team. Arrow going to go flying up bottom lane. Not going to find anyone. But oh boy, what a fight here. Ninja Boogie gets a tier 2 Tower Deny at bottom. He's keeping his team in the game. If he dies there, or if he doesn't get those kills, MVP are looking really good. But instead, this dip upwards is somewhat slowed down, because MVP have been getting a lot to go their way lately. Roshan now going to respawn. Well, see what comes from this one as BG back towards his bottom lane. He needs a BKB of his own, I feel, almost at this point. All the lockdown and just AoE is really... Sure, you've got the Blade Mail to turn a lot of it around, but when you respawn after dying, you need to have the BKB then for that second life. Because the problem is he's always dying that second time. 60-second cooldown on your ultimate is ridiculously short, but when you're a support Wraith King, killing you in that 60 seconds is very easy to do. I do see some people asking if you're looking for the DK versus CIS game. That's going to be over on Beyond the Summit 2 with Mort casting.
Roshan
Check that one out.
to the dire.
Ninja Boogie's picked himself up an Eagle Song. He's going to march himself down this middle lane. MVP. Well, fighting against the Aegis once again. Not saying they want to be doing. Ninja Boogie's already proven a couple times how strong of a carry he is. He leaps to the high ground. He sees Heen. Heen gonna... did he see Heen? Is there an arrow? He's not going to throw it just now. Slark needs to be careful. He's on the low ground. It looks like BG's leading the charge here. He's got Reincarnation. He sees all of these heroes. MVP are kind of trapped here. They can't get back to their own base. They're forced to run up, and BG's chasing. There's nowhere for him to run. He's got no force up now. He's forced to pop a Static Storm, just zoning out Execration. BG will go down, it looks like, with the Exism there. Not going to mana burn him enough, but he will reincarnate in a second. SK going to go in with the Forest Strike. Ninja thinking a lot of damage has been hexed up, but he's going to be just okay. He's got the Aegis to respawn himself. Sonic Wave doing a lot of damage here, but AA, he's got cheese. For once, AA will stay alive in a team fight to counter do some damage here. They've lost the death over here. SK, Epicenter, Forest Strike goes in through, but it's not enough damage. Only the Wraith King goes down. Now Forev's on the run. He's going to cop an arrow as well. The right clips will be enough to finish him off. They get 4. Ninja Boogie on a beyond godlike streak still. This guy just cannot be stopped. They only kill the Wraith King. They lose 4. Queen of Pain says, get me the hell out of here, boys. Buy me a ticket home. I want my mummy. I do not want to be fighting this Execration team. This Mirana is just gone beast mode. This Ninja Boogie Mirana, level 25. Butterfly is flying out, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Sight Device picked up for your Invoker. So no BKB, but he says, let's get some more lockdown. He's lucky to be alive in some of these fights, but hey, the cheese helping him out in that one.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And it looks
attack.
like we will see Raxus take a fall.
Radiant
45 minutes
structures
into the
are
game.
fortified.
Tier 3 tower down. No
middle
buybacks
barracks
by
are
the
under
looks of things.
attack.
Only the Batrider with buyback, and that's on the Execration side. They get mid Raxus.
Radiant's
They're going to
middle
swing top as well. They've
barracks
still got
has
themselves about 10 seconds before Sand King and Disruptor are fight ready. And
Radiant's
Death
top
Prophet
tower
Slark
is under
even
attack.
further away. This is double Raxus.
Radiant's top tower
Very
has
close
fallen.
game one, and in the end, Execration. They prove to just be a
Radiant's
little
top
more solid.
barracks are
Blink in.
under
They break the
Radiant's
Linkers on
top
Cure. They get the
barracks.
Lasso. Can they burst him down? SK comes in with the Burrow Strike. That's going to keep him alive a bit longer. But the Orchid, the Silence helps out there. Static Storm not going to be on point.
Warning.
Oh boy, they've lost the Queen of Pain now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mirana now
Radiant's
finishes
middle
off the
barracks
range racks.
has
The top
fallen.
range rack's still standing, but 3 of the 6 racks is down. Full mid racks and the melee rack's the more important one in top lane. And there may not be no Aegis, but Ninja Boogie, he just wants to keep on fighting. Please, give me some more. Please, sir, I want some more. Mirana, 18 kills, 16 assists. Man, these frag scores is just insane. Like, 3 kills with 3 heroes with double-digit kills. Everyone with, like, 20-plus assists. These team fights this game have just been phenomenal. This is the kind of Dota game which is fun to cast. Just big team fight after big team fight. Both teams just fully committing everything they have to a team fight. Nope. Look towards the bottom lane as it looks like that may be the next target of Execration. Don't have Aegis, but I don't think that matters. They've got such a big advantage now with the other lanes taken, and we've seen so far. Aggression's the name of the game, so they're not going to wait around. AA, he's in Ghostwalk. He could look to sort of initiate in with that kind of Vendetta-like initiation, get a Hex or an Orchid on someone, try and finish off with a kill. But Death Prophet now picks up a harder Tarrasque. I think MVP realizing buybacks are not going to win them this game. If they lose a fight, they've lost the game. So they're going to go all out, buy as much as they can. Got the Hex on the Queen of Pain to go with this harder Tarrasque, and they've got to come up big here. They've come up so big. They need to kill that Invoker. Well, Mirana as well doesn't have buyback, doesn't have... Well, no, it has buyback, doesn't have Aegis. Has BKB, I guess. But this Invoker with no BKB, I think, should be their primary target. They go in, they're going to go Ninja Boogie. Actually, he gets 4 stuffed away. Still alive for now. Kyo's trying to finish him off, but he gets the BKB off, and the AoE damage is going everywhere. Ninja Boogie's trying to finish off Kyo. One more right click will do the job onto the high ground. He doesn't get any evasion. The MKB coming into play there. March now going to be the next to go down. Looks like for Rev, he's not safe. GG is called. March realizes they're done and dusted. There's no way out of this one. 53 kills to 37. What a fantastic game. Forever will cop one last Sunstrike, and Execration take game 1 in an absolute bloodbath of a game. Holy cow, Ninja Boogie on that Mirana was an absolute monster.
Your king thanks you.
Your king thanks you. As Wraith King, the one true king, the support Wraith King, 3-7 and 24, probably the least impressive score in his team. Maybe, all the Chen as well, not looking too good, but he was a huge impact on the game. He tanked up so many spells There's AoE slow from the Reincarnation coming into play, and then you've got the Mirana from behind, from Ninja Boogie doing some serious work, and that does it. MVP, they go down in Game 1, guys. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Game 2 is going to be coming your way. This is group stage play, so this is no longer elimination. So round robin, 4-team group stage. We're in Group B, which is MVP, Scythe, Execration, and Orange Esports, and by the end of this week, we're going to know which of those 2 teams will be advancing onto the playoffs for the Inaugural, guys. If you want to know more information, head on over to inaugural.beyondthesummit.tv. But for now, guys, I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Dota 2 action coming your way.